Before leaving this topic of assertiveness, I just want to reiterate a point I made just a bit earlier. Try, whenever possible, not to argue with delusion. Now, this can be tough because sometimes people will be so out of their brain they're going to be making ridiculous statements. But a few key points to remember. If the delusion doesn't compromise your safety, if somebody says they're on the corner waiting for Santa Claus and that's why they're there, if it's not fundamentally putting you at risk, then let them vent, let them speak. If it does compromise your safety, if the delusion is leading to the harm of yourself, the damage of property, or the harm of others, then you need to respectfully, but very authoritatively, disagree. Well, I don't think that's going to happen. Well, we can't do that, obviously, because that's not good for me. Let's find a solution. What is essential, guys, is that you have patience. If somebody is in that type of a brain state for whatever reason, they're not processing the same way you are. So we need to start with patience. Too often I see police or security or interventionists of any type who have become aggravated in advance for subjects that are in this state, who say, you know, this addict doesn't want to get better, or this person is such and such. And as a result, when you go into a dynamic with that mindset, you are fundamentally condemning yourself to fail. If you do not have intrinsic empathy going in, no de-escalation is ever going to work. So first, have patience. Secondly, it's essential that you maintain some form of optimism, that you can find a mutually positive outcome. Verbal de-escalation is, as we said earlier, it's something that you don't do to someone, it's something that they allow to happen. You're a guide bringing them to a more successful outcome. But that outcome needs to be mutually beneficial. So even if somebody has a delusion wherein they think they need to harm or kill you in order to achieve a goal, you need to respectfully but very commandingly disagree with that. But you also need to provide them with an alternative, hopeful solution, even if it's ambiguous. I'm not going to go there. We know that's not possible, but I'm certain we can find an alternative that's going to be good for both of us. Why do you feel this way? What's motivating you? And then try to find out what it is the subject is feeling and why they're feeling it. Ask them questions. At the end, a very, very helpful tool is to take whatever it is you're doing and to frame it as a choice. Listen to the subject, reiterate what they've said, and say, so basically, if I understand you correctly, what you're saying is this, or your dog told you you have to do this because. Is that right? And turn it into a choice. Then you give them an opportunity for affirmation, you give them an opportunity to clarify, you show them they're being heard, you're letting them vent, and you're getting better clarity, better insight into what it is they want. Even if you're not able to solve it on the spot, then we go to deferral and we say, you know what, I don't think we can solve this here. I want to help you. I know that we can find a solution. Come with me. Let's go and get you some other people that can give you even more help than I can. Show them that you're there. There's so many steps before needing to lay hands on somebody. Ultimately, guys, a subject can break at any point. Despite your best intentions, they may become violent. You may need to intervene physically. But so often, we have this urge, this impatience, this desire to lay hands prematurely. And that's exactly when things escalate far too fast, far too rapidly, and far too aggressively, and subjects get hurt or interventionists get hurt. So if you can keep them talking, if you can allow them just entertain their delusion, providing it's not compromising any of your safety, it's going to be, in most cases, the best possible outcome you can hope for.